Hello, welcome back to my channel. And today we discuss about some problems in list. So today I come with some problems like a list contains only positive and negative numbers. Separate the positive and negative list. So first of all, how can I do that? What is the main purpose or main motive of the question? It is said that we have a list which contains positive numbers as well as the negative numbers. But after that, we can separate as a two list. Separate as a two list. Like positive numbers are stored in a positive list and negative numbers are stored in a negative list. So let's create the program. So here uh, we can use the function. Uh, so we can separate them in a two list and visualize. So function, because we use function because the readability of the code. So that's why I use the function. And also I I do I here in my code I introduce some menu driven functions like in a menu driven way, like a menu as menu, because if we check there, here is the menu. There is if one there is some menus like menu, like one, print the whole list, and then option 2 is separate two list, and then 3, they exit the program. So here on next slide we take our choice. So what is the choice? So uh, in restaurants we know about some menu cards. There's lots of items in the menu. So we choose some elements in the menu, like chicken curries or paneer pasinda or another things. So like that, we choose the items which includes the menu, which include in the menu. After that, the chef or the uh, waiter receive the customer's choice and produce the product at the end. So it is as same as for the programming also. In Python, we here introduce some menu, like if we choose one, then compiler print the whole list. If we choose two, compiler separate two lists. One is positive or one is negative. And if we enter 3 as a choice, then it exits. So we take a choice which is of type integer. So enter your choice. If choice equal to 1, then what is happening? It's happening print the whole list, and the whole program or whole functionality is is inside in the particular function which is named as check num. So first of all, I before I jump to the this function part, I just introduce one more thing, that is while true. I use the while true. While true is basically used for the infinite loop. Is known for infinite loop because while true is go step by step. Rather said, the Python programming is functioning step by step, or compile and run. And so first of all it goes to the 27 number line, then print menu. Is it true? Yes, it is. And then next, it is also true until it runs until the break statement not appeared. So breaks, when the break statement is there, then the while true means the infinite loop will be terminated. Okay, so That's why I want to functioning those menus again and again. So that's why I just write down while true. So uh, after that, I mentioning some another things like I using a dunder method, which is basically used by the underscore name underscore equal to underscore main. So it is basically used for the calling the main function. Here is the my main function is here because I want to calculate or I want to execute my main things in inside the main function. So the main function called by this type, and after calling the main function it works, it goes to the main function and shows the outputs. So that's how it works. So let's go to uh, the choice parts. So if choice equal to 1, the check number is called. So we go to the check number. I just stop that and open the check number. What is actually it happening? What is inside the check number is? So first of all, I take n as an integer. What is it? Number of terms to append to the list. Uh, it is said that how many terms I required in the list, or how many times I want to append or add some data in list. Like if I take n as a 5, then it's 5 integers will be stored in the list. That's why we take an n. So after that, after taking the n, we here just introduce a for loop, and for I as an iterator in range n. What is that? I just comment out that uh, here, 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 the range function start from zeroth index or zero term by default. By default, if we uh, dynamically change the values like a 0 to 1, we if we want to start from 1 to 2 or 2 or start from 3, then it another thing. But if we do not enter any fast starting value, then it's by default it starts from 0. The actual range function structure is like that range. It's taking the start, then end, and then steps. What is that? It starts will be there. You give the start. As in my case, I don't give any start value. So by default, it takes or it counts from zeroth index, and it ends. The end part is very important because here, my in my case, I just specify the end value. End value is there. So here the n, what is n? N is the number of terms I want to append or enter my in my new list. So here n, the range goes for, or rather I said here the loop runs runs up to n minus 1 terms. What is the meaning of that? Like if we take an example, like if we take n as an 5, as a value of 5, like if we take n equal to 5, what happening inside the range function? So first of all, it starts from 0 and goes for n minus 1 means 4. So if we count that, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you get 5 numbers in a row. So the iterator, the I, goes 5 times, and inside the for loop I just write some codes, block of codes. It runs 5 times. So what is inside the range, what is inside the for loop, please look out that num is an integer type. We write here, enter the number. I want to just put the numbers which I want. So I gave a condition that if num greater than 0 or num less than 0. So I use the or, that if my I if I take an example, that if I take a number like 10 which is greater than 0, and as well as if I take another number like minus 20 which is less than 0, both will be appended in the list. So using the append function, we can add, or we can store the number at the end of the list. So very minutely you are specified that the append function insert or stored the data or stored the elements at the end of the list. So that's why I just use the list dot append now. So it if the condition is not satisfied, like if num like greater than 0 or num or less than 0 is not satisfied, it means number equals to 0. That's why I just write down the else part that returns 0. That if the conditions will be not satisfied, then the executions of the program will be 0. So by default, if user enters the 0, if the user want to enter the 0 in the list, then it returns only 0. It will be not be appended in the list. Okay, so that's why I just here write down some conditional statement that number greater than 0 or number less than 0. Whichever is happening, then list will be appended the number. Sorry. After that, I just want to print the whole list. So that's why I just put over here the print statement outside the for block. Here the for block is ending and terminated, and after that I just put the print statement here. That final list is I just print the list. Okay, this is the original list. I just said the original final list, original list. Okay, original final list. After that, it was done. The list will be created. Okay, then what is happening, if the first menu will be satisfied, or first menu will be served, or is served in the plate of the customer, that first statement will be done. Okay, after that, if user will press the two option, like if the choice elif, if after the if we use this the elif, because we if we have more than one conditions in the in our program, then we use the if elif block. So that's why I just use the elif block, because I have more than one conditions. That's why I just use it. So if the choice equal to 2, as per my menu, the the chef will understand that the customer need to separate the two lists. In the Python language, the compiler understand user want to separate the list in a two parts. First one is a positive part, and second one is the negative part as per my questions requirements. So go to the next part, that is separate numbers. Okay, I just did that and go for the separate part. So okay, go for the separate part. So here I just wrote down two list. Okay, so I just forget about something to tell that I took here in the line number 3. I took a empty list because here the list contains nothing in there. So that's why uh, that's how the all numbers will be appended in a list. And whenever I uses the append number it and uses the list name, after using the list name we can use the append function, and it goes to the list and updating the list again and again and again up to the n minus 1 terms. Okay, so sorry for the forgation part. And okay, we go to the separate part. After completing the list, whole list will be created, and now the next part will be happening the separation part. Okay, we here we took two lists there. The one is positive and one is negative. Both are empty because we want to separate them uh, in a two list. So that's why I just named the two list as a positive list and a negative list, and both are empty. So first of all, I want to iterate all the list elements, because if we iterate the numbers of in the list, then we can check the number if it is greater than 0 or less than 0, and after that we will be appended whichever the number suits for the prefer for the list. So go for the for loop part that we use iterator numbers here. I just use the numbers as my app iterator name. You want you write anything whichever you want, but because here we took some numbers, that's why I just take it. So that's not very conscious part about or very worried part about that. So here I just write the for loop part that the numbers go for the list and go all checking the all list elements whichever the list contains. Okay, then we go for the conditional part. If numbers greater than 0, if the number is greater than 0, then positive dot append numbers. Let us take an example, like if we have a list, like if I write some list, like an example, taking an example that 10 minus 20, 30. If I just on took the okay, go for the another part. Okay, go for the four elements. Okay, so numbers, first of all numbers go for the 10 and 10, and whenever it goes for the 10 or it reaches the 10, then take it takes the condition that if numbers greater than 0, yes it is, so then the positive dot append. So after the writing, after completing the list name, then you will use the append function and appended the numbers whichever it checks. So 10 is greater than 0, yes it is true, then it is appended in the positive list. And then again it numbers goes for the next one is minus 20. Is minus 20 greater than 0? No, it jumps to the else part. So the minus 20 will be appended to the negative list as per the line, and it will be happening until the last element. So after that I just uses something that print negative, print positive numbers list is positive, and negative numbers list is negative. I print both the list. So we here I just use the new line to see the values in a proper way, and then whenever we done the whole works, and then we wrote down that if we choose 3, the program ends here successfully, and then break. The program is done. Okay, let's run the code once. Okay, first of all, I just open the whole para. That's how we can understand step by step how it works. So I just want to zoom out. Okay, okay, what is happening? The main function, I just said that after calling the main function, it calls the main function. So the compiler goes for the here, the inner main function, and it prints the menu. Here the menu is, I just uses the menu. So the compiler asks for enter your choice, and it goes for the this line. Okay, whenever I choose 1 from my keyboard and enter, here it is the number of terms of abundance. So whenever I choose 1 from my keyboard, then it goes for the this part, this function. Here it is. Now its cursor is here. Look, look over there. That look the output and as well as the code. That n is integer number of terms to append to this list. So if I took 5 time, I want to append 5 elements in my list. So I enter and enter the number. So took 1, and again it will be happening up to the uh, five numbers of elements. Like look over there, that enter the number 2 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4 5. Okay, there it is. So I took I take 5 numbers, 1 2 3 4 5. So whenever I just write down the 5, then will be 5. So it will be 0 to 4, not including the last one which I just given, that 5. It was goes for 0 to n minus 1 term, like 0 1 0 1 2 3 4, 5 elements. So that's how the for loop works, and the range function also works. So after the range function, the loop was doing until 5 times. Okay, and the here the all the here I just uses some conditions, and the conditions in all the elements cases are satisfied. So all elements are satisfied the condition statement. So that's why the list, here the list appended the all numbers, all 5 elements here. So it now it now in the that line, that's 13, and the original final list is this. And after completing the whole task, it goes again the main function, it again the main function, and main function call the main function, the actual main function there, and works like that, and print the menu again. And if we choose 2 from our keyboard, then it will separate the both list. Here it is. Positive number list is 1 and 5. As per my list, 1 and 5 are the two positive numbers, so that's why it goes for the positive number list. And minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, there are negative numbers, so that's why it appended in the negative list. So if I just drag up that separate numbers, the positive numbers and negative numbers are both are separated list, both are empty. So I using the for numbers as an iterator and go for the least elements. If we check that if numbers greater than 0, yes, first of all numbers, the numbers iterator goes for the least part and least elements and goes for the first element. This is 1 and check the condition, is 1 greater than 0? Yes, it is. That's why the positive number is appended the number in the positive list. So positive first positive number list is 1 is appended successfully. After that, I after that numbers the iterator goes for the second element like -2. Is it greater than 0? No, it is not. So that's why it jumps to the else part and it appended in the negative list. So that's how it works, and again it goes for the -3 and it goes for the if -3 greater than 0. No, not that. So it jumps to the else part and then again -4, it checks the -4. So -4 is greater than 0. No, it not. So it goes for the negative part. Okay, so that's how it will be work, and positive numbers list is done and the negative numbers list will also be separated. So our program is fully done. So after completing our whole task, or after completing our requirement questions, we just enter the 3, and if we press the enter, the program ends here successfully. And that's all. That's for today's class. I hope we will understand what I just want to tell about that program. Please recheck again that if we take a list, an empty list, and appended all elements, means all integers, so positive, negative, anything, we take how you, if you want how many times the how many times you want the elements to append the append in the list, so we take a number of means n. Okay, so that's how it will be work, and after completing the whole list, pairing the whole list, we can separate both of the list by the conditions. Like if number greater than 0, then it goes for the positive list, and otherwise it goes for the negative list. That's all. That's okay. We end here, wrap up here. So thank you for watching this video. Okay, goodbye.